What is up and is going on, guys? Simpzy here, and today for you I have another episode of my FIFA 14 Southampton Career Mode. I don't know why I said that weirdly. I think it was because I started off the career mode with a slower pace than what I would usually do. But before we get into the episode, actually no, I want to talk about the matches coming up. We have two matches in today's episode. We have a match against Manchester United in the FA Cup, and quick guys, have a look at my energy, and just remember all my players are low on energy because I'm going to explain that in a second. So we have an away match in the FA Cup, and it's against obviously Manchester United. It's the quarterfinal replay because we did draw, and the second match in this episode is a home match against Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Now, just to recap, last episode was a 2-2 draw against Manchester United, and then we actually went to Borussia Dortmund and ended up winning 1-0 against the German side. Funnily enough, that's not the first time we've gone abroad to Germany and beaten them 1-0, or a German side 1-0. So basically, I had a decision to make because these matches, if you look at the dates, they were back-to-back. The Champions League match and the Manchester United match were... No, there was no separation, which is fucking ridiculous. Having two matches in 2 days, like it's ridiculous. So I made a decision. I thought, right, am I going to put my first team into the Champions League, or I'm going to put my first team in the FA Cup? And I made the decision to go with the Champions League. I think we can get a better Champions League spot. We did win the Capital One Cup, or whatever it's, or is this the Capital One? I can't remember. I get confused between FA and Capital, but anyway, it's either Champions League quarterfinals or these quarterfinals. So I did have to rotate most of my players because they were spent. But even getting as far as the quarterfinals in this cup and the Champions League is just awesome. So we did have a mass disadvantage going into this match. Di Maria sends an absolute belter to test the Manchester United goalkeeper. But I do have the beast Mayuka. He's running through on goal. Fucking Lindegaard does push it away. Mayuka's shot wasn't finesse enough, I feel. Fellaini on the ball, whips it into Robin van Persie. Zoet on hands, and Valencia manages to find the Dutchman. Zoet's good effort was pretty much in vain, and Manchester United make it 1-0 just before half-time. Bit of a shit goal, to be quite frank. Manchester United send Shinji Kagawa through. He managed to get a shot through. So you can clearly see why we end up we're losing 2-0 at the moment just before half-time, because my team was just spent. They flew all the way to Germany, ended up beating Borussia Dortmund, and they had to go all the way to Manchester, and that really did just spend them. But I tried to get as many goals as possible. I did have Jesse Rodriguez and Mayuka up front, who were trying to do some creative opportunities. Gaston Ramirez, the former Southampton player who we did sell to Manchester United for 40 million, puts the nail in the coffin to make it 3-0, which was it's sad seeing your own player score against you. So I thought it was reasonable. Gaston Ramirez ended up picking up a goal along with Kagawa, Van Persie. But yeah, we end up going to Manchester United, getting knocked out of the cup, which is understandable, but I prefer Champions League. So, the FA Cup, it's the FA Cup. So we end up winning 3-0, so it kind of sucks. It really was 5-2. Chelsea ended up beating Fulham, Manchester City ended up beating Liverpool, and Tottenham Hotspur ended up beating Newcastle United. So after that match, I just didn't really like fun. I wanted to play the next Champions League match. So I did do a simulation match against West Brom. We ended up winning 4-1. Mitrovic scored 1 goal and Eder scored 2. So we do have the home advantage against Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And looks like Barcelona ended up beating Real Madrid 3-2. Atletico surprisingly ended up winning 3-2 over... yeah. So Cristiano Ronaldo and Isco are the top goal scorers of the Barclays Premier League. So I'm really hoping if we can beat Borussia Dortmund, we've already got the 1-0 aggregate up. Obviously, Borussia Dortmund aren't as their strong selves, I guess. They don't have their #1 goal scorer, Robert Lewandowski. And I feel like their team has really slumped in the Bundesliga as well. But surprisingly, Marseille ended up beating Manchester City 2-1. So there are more matches to come up. That's just what the first match is. So it'll be interesting to see who progresses, because they're not very high scoring games. So it would be interesting to see who we get the semi-finals with. But getting to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and you might be thinking Southampton getting in the Champions League. Look at my squad, mate. Like, I have Angel Di Maria, I've got Grenier, Mitroglou, Eder, and they're all, well, Di Maria is 86 rated, and all the rest I just named are above 7 and above 80. So I think Grenier is 84 now. But anyway, I was really pumping up my team, and we ended up conceding 1-0 just before half-time against Borussia Dortmund. Mind you, we did score pretty late on. Oh, was it very early? I can't quote myself on that. But it was good to see Mitroglou and Eder up front. Seeing as the last match I played with Hesse and Mallorca. But Mitroglou puts away a spectacular ball to make it 1-1, and all we need in this match is a draw. We've already won the one at Dortmund, so if we can get into the semi-finals of the Champions League, that would be absolutely fantastic. So we end up making it 1-1, and I can't wait to show you the result, guys. Borussia Dortmund are down. They're nearly down for the count, but we'll just have to see if they end up getting one more back. Mitroglou, you're on fire, my friend. He's knackered. Goes for an absolute belter with his left foot, makes it 2-0. Puts the nail in the coffin, very much like Gaston Ramirez, and seals our Champions League semi-final hopes. And the way he lifted this into the top left-hand corner past Wanderfeld was just incredible. He hit it across the face against him. Look at this. Fucking boom. There was no chance about that. Dipping past Wanderfeld. And that was with his right. That is just crazy. Mitroglou is just awesome. Awesome player. And I'm so happy we did end up signing him. So, unfortunately, we did get knocked out of the FA Cup, but we do have Champions League semi-finals live. I don't think we're going to get into the final. We've got so many tough opponents. I guess we had a kind of easy run against Juventus, who were playing 3 at the back, and now getting smacked around the park. So we could be versing Atletico Madrid, FC Barcelona, and Manchester City. So I don't think we could beat any of them. But we have... Oh, no, yeah, Atletico Madrid went through. I was going to say, we have bet Bayern 1-0 in the group stage, so I don't think we're going to verse that. Oh, we might have a chance. We'll just have to see how it all goes. But, guys, coming to the end of the episode, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, and this has been Simpzy, my friends. Goodbye.